One, two. Here we are, 3 games into the season, and Kennett is off to an amazing 3-0 start. Tonight, they face a struggling Avon Grove team, but that's no reason to think this will be an easy game. AG has repeatedly played big against their local rival in Kennett, and Kennett is also without one of its definitely bigger players, which will really make this interesting. So here from Iceline in Westchester, Pennsylvania, tonight, your Kennett Blue Demons will face off against the local rival, Avon Grove Red Devils. A pleasant good evening and welcome to our coverage of Kennett hockey. With Kevin Mott and alongside Brian Cardillo, I'm Ed Henry.
Ed, it is going to be an interesting night for sure. Luke Ganley has 9 goals in 3 games. Where you find that, that's a big one, right? So these Kennett Square Blue Demons are going to have to step up. We're going to have to get some of that like second and third line scoring. They've got a challenge tonight, and I think tonight will really reveal a little bit of what what this team is made of, because it's going to require a gut check.
Absolutely. This is going to put some pressure, especially on his line mates, Ben Fisher and Lucas Mott, as far as, you know, they've got some work to do, and then as you mentioned, there's second and third lines. They really do need to step up.
Yeah, absolutely. They can.
Oh,
I believe they can. They've looked good. They've moved the puck well, and hopefully they've gained some confidence over those 3 games. Those 3 games that, you know, all right, you know what? I'm going to take a shot here. I'm gonna make a run at the net. So I'm you know who I'm counting on today? I'm predicting Savory big game today.
All right. So last Friday they traded blows with Westchester East, and Kennett came out on top by a score of 7-5, but it was not easy, and there was some self-inflicted harm that came about from that one. So it started off with the defenseman, Massimo, who started off the scoring in the first minute. And he was joined by Lucas Mott with a pair of goals, and Luke Ganley had 4. But it was the last one, his empty netter, that prompted Luke to have some fun with the opposing team's crowd, which resulted in a game misconduct. And so he will have a seat on the bench tonight. A number of other players picked up assists throughout the evening. Aiden Savory, Lucas Mott, Ben Fisher, Logan Brown, Massimo Cardello, Luke Ganley, and even our netminder, Aiden Mott, picked up an assist.
Yeah, he's like a third defenseman back there. I mean, the way he can move the puck, honestly, he can pass better to some kids that we see. So it's always fun to watch. I look for a big game from him. I think the key to this game is lots of shots.
And well, there you go. There's tonight's keys of the game, brought to you by Garnet of Westchester. Their Volkswagen located on 202. If you want to try some really good keys, go head over and take a look at the brand new, fully redesigned 2025 Tiguan. So the 3 keys that I was looking at is maintain composure. We know because of the rivalry, this game can get real chippy, and last thing Kennett needs is to give them a man advantage. Defensive zone coverage, we've seen some, you know, questionable defense these last few games, and Kennett really does need to cover that open man down low.
100%. Big goals were scored last week. And, you know, again, luckily Aiden Mott, who faced, I believe it was well over 42 shots, you know, he came up big, which, you know, made the difference. But that they had so many opportunities right in that deadly zone, right in front of the net, guys back door with nobody picking them up. That's got to be something that this team really focuses on.
And then, of course, that third key was, I think, what you were talking about, lead off shots and keep them low.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So pregame skate has concluded. Both teams will head over to their benches to get some last-minute words of encouragement. As you can see, AG, as usual, has a very deep roster. So looking out there to see, I know, speaking of a deep roster, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goaltenders.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's good. You never see it. We're looking at, you know, if Mock goes down, we saw what happened last year.
Yeah.
Massimo had to step in as a goaltender.
Oh, yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, he was terrified.
So between the pipes for Avon Grove is number 79, Jacob Calabretta. He's been in a couple of the games that they've had so far this year. And then as you were talking earlier, as usual, between the pipes for Kennett, Aiden Mott, he's 3-0 right now. He's seen 107 shots in those 3 games. Goals against average of 3 and a .0916 save percentage.
I would love to see them keep the shots between 20 and 25. I mean, it would be amazing.
Fantastic.
It'd be amazing.
And Aiden would be very appreciative.
Oh, absolutely. And these kids are quite familiar with one another. That is for sure. We've got dads walking by. Thompson's walking by right now, giving us the hello. So it is a fun atmosphere. But you're right, composure's key because they do have that rivalry going.
Well, welcome everybody who's watching. I know we'll pick up quite a few AG parents, as you said, since we kind of have gotten to know everybody over the years through various teams, and you know, it's kind of nice when they come up and say that they're happy they're playing us because they get this with it.
Exactly. Well, didn't they try to recruit you last year?
I don't know. So there's Mott, jumps into the line, gets across the blue line, tries to take a shot through traffic, hits a body. Second opportunity by Neiman. His glove down by Calabretta. AG will move it the other direction into the Kennett zone. DeWitt up the boards, fed out nicely. Neiman has it. Got it to the middle, was looking for Mott. Mott was able to get it, but he was covered, so he'll go all the way around. Up to the point. Shot there, hits a body, comes over to Cardello. He'll take a shot, goes into traffic. Another opportunity, hits bodies. Out in front, they dig for it. Mott will gather up at the blue line and keep it in. Worked on along the boards, body goes down. Everybody gives a check to the referees, no arm up. Up to the line, nice work to keep it in. But AG's got plenty of room as Kennett's off on a line change, so they'll bring it out to center ice. They'll dump in and make a change themselves. Mott comes out to play it. There's left behind there. They'll dig for it. Oscar is getting some pressure, gets it to Cardillo. He'll retreat back behind. Almost reverse that into a bad spot, but stays down low. AG picks it up. They'll cycle back behind the net. That's number 24 there, picking it up. Brennan Austin.
And there's a little bit of that, what we talked about. Pucks up the middle, and
Kennett, odd man rush. Up to the blue line, comes in. Henry takes the shot, big save. There's the rebound and score.
What a way to start. Fisher burying that rebound. And I believe that was Henry Small, correct?
I know he had the initial shot. And then the rebound.
Yep, great shot, low, pad, rebound. Kicks it right out to him, and Ben Fisher does not miss from there.
Not with that much open net.
Not with that. I mean, no way. So this is kind of that, you know, you got Small, he's a freshman, stepping up big to play on that line.
So Kennett draws first blood early in this first period. Avon Grove looking to respond back behind the net. It's Noah Raymond comes up along the boards, and Kennett will send it the length of the ice. It'll go in on net, so Calabretta will just direct that, and Kennett will avoid an icing. The middle moved up to the Kennett line. Bodies come together.
See, they
Epinelli shouldered into the corner. Carrillo banks it out the center. Stearns is there for it. He gets harassed by Savory, but AG's able to move it back out to the middle. Thompson will just swat it down low. Mott cuts through a few, and he'll race through the neutral zone. Gains the AG line, cuts through two, gets towards the line net, but at the last minute, Stearns keeps him out of harm's way. Put deep into the Kennett end. Aiden will just direct it out the center himself. Stearns picks it up. Now, you know, one of the things that I've noticed when I go through and create my little score sheets for the calling the names, the other direction, Mott's got one person to beat, makes the move, gets around him, steps in front, and somehow it stays out.
Wow.
Calabretta was just kind of standing there. I don't think he realized he had it. And froze, and then his defenseman came and helped to make sure he had it sealed up.
I mean,
it's not often that Mott just doesn't destroy goaltenders when he's got a step.
Well, just the dangle he put on that defenseman, that poor defenseman there, that was something. And then, I don't know how it didn't go in.
Yeah.
Heck of a job by Calabretta.
So I was saying when I go through these score sheets, and, you know, I think I would be guilty of doing this even to myself, is most of the time the way that they put first name, last name is the same, but then you have players who are like me who have two first names.
Yeah.
And they're backwards. So apologize if I ever go through and I start calling people by first or last name when it's the opposite. Turnaround shot by AG goes wide and hits the glass.
I don't trust people with two first names, Ed.
Well, fortunately I have three, so I guess I don't.
Oh, that negates, you're good.
So I'm good.
Yeah, you're back to good. See, now, here we go. There's a perfect situation where you have, this is where our defenseman has to have the head on a swivel. Our old coach would always say, head on a swivel, head on a swivel. 97, who is that? That's,
Chase Campanelli.
Yeah, Campanelli right in front of the net. Let him completely left alone. Luckily, Mott swallowed up that shot. No rebound.
Face off down in the Kennett end. Fisher in to take it. One back to Oscar. He gets checked but stays with it. Fights up to the circle. AG will turn around. From behind the net, DeWitt has that knocked away from him. Pulled off the boards. Fisher got checked, stays with it. Hill takes the shot.
That's a goal.
And Fisher will take one from center ice.
So we talked about stepping up, right? I guess it's going to be Ben Fisher tonight. That's two. We said lots of shots low. That's why. Good things happen when you throw the puck at the net.
From exactly at center ice. Had a couple defensemen in front of him. I don't know if that was part of the screen that Calabretta couldn't see it, but it gets by him, and so Kennett goes up by a score of 2-0. Not quite midway through this first period.
You know, look for some frustration from the Avon Grove side. So if Kennett can keep their composure, they are in the driver's seat for sure.
Shot him there. Mott makes the initial save, kind of juggled it for a second, but covers up.
That kind of shot straight up off of his stick.
It was always one of those things, you know, with much younger, inexperienced goaltenders, when they go to make those stick saves, they sometimes will angle it.
Yeah, wrong angle.
Yeah. Work for it along the boards in the corner, up to the point, kept in, shot there, gloved easily by Mr. Mott, and he'll hang on.
Quite a student section we got tonight. I was informed that it's Jersey night. So I'm looking at the student section. We've got a good amount of team jerseys right now. We got the some Eagles, Phillies, a couple of Kennett jerseys, Flyers. Not sure what else is there yet, but I'll keep checking it out. Keep you updated, Ed.
AG tried to put it in front. Kennett was able to force him back behind. Mott picks up the loose puck, and he'll skate out. He gets stood up in front of the AG bench, and they're able to at least direct it the other direction before Fisher will send it over. Was looking for Slowick, but that got by him. Back to Austin at the Kennett blue line. He'll come in, take the shot. Mott kick saves that into the corner. Lucas over there, AG player was down, so puck just gets swatted out through the middle, all the way down. Calabretta will just set it up for his crew. Left behind the net. Avon Grove moves out of their end. Back over to the other side. Stearns had some pressure. Mott jumps on the loose puck. He gets double teamed and knocked off the play. AG the other direction, into the Kennett end. Put to the middle. Bodies come together. Puck squirts out to the neutral zone. Mott tries to work along the boards. Puck had a weird bounce. Still battle for it there. Larkey puts it in. Gets a nice big shoulder into the boards there from Mr. Mott. And it finds its way back to him. He'll just bank it in, and Savory racing down to get to it first. Mott to it, left it there, looking for Savory. He'll work in the corner. Rolls it around. Mott's heading off on a change, so easy out for Avon Grove. Center ice. It's number 34, Gavin Mellon. All the way around, back up to the blue line. Left it there at the middle. Number 18, Parker Thompson. He's got it in the corner, steps around one. Puck was loose, bodies coming together. That was that was a trip.
That one was a trip, yeah.
But
oh.
Kennedy gets in, gets the shot, was looking for the far side, had something to look at, but ends up going wide. Put down there. Again, Kennett leaving a man wide open on the back door. I'm going to say that I have it backwards, and it's Austin Brennan who had a swing at it, had some open net to look at, but
I'll tell you, you don't want Drew Kennedy bearing down on your goalie. I've seen this kid play for a while now, and he knows how to find the back of the net. A good player, he's got some speed. So that was and Aiden played him perfectly, cut off the angle, and really didn't have much, but I'd rather not see him bear down on our goalie.
Battle for it after the faceoff. AG gets the shot towards the net. Aiden was in good position to make the save. Fisher picks up the loose puck behind, and he'll skate up. Gets it ahead to Neiman at center ice, and he'll just direct in. Come together behind the AG net. Neiman works on there, body down on the ice. Comes to the middle, but Red Devils are able to move it out. All the way down into the zone, but just a bit offsides. So they'll bring that back out for a face-off in the neutral zone.
I'm familiar with a lot of these guys. Wisely's a good player. He's got some size, not afraid to throw the body around for Avon Grove.
Faceoff initially pushed into the Kennett end, but then back the other direction. Avon Grove has it at their blue line. Campanelli moves it into the Kennett zone. Nice shot there from Malarkey. Aiden saw it all the way and just swallows it up in the midsection.
Oscar making sure that
his presence is felt.
His presence is felt. Noah Raymond getting to know him on a first name basis, I'm sure, just exchanging pleasantries.
Oscar will pick it up behind. Gets a little pressure along the boards. AG's able to keep it in the zone, at least momentarily. Forced out to the middle. Work for it right in front of us. Back and forth they go. Finally moved into the Kennett end. Oscar will race down for it. Rolls it over to Mott. There's looking a lot of traffic to go with, so he'll just bounce it to the line, but not out.
Good job by Austin on the blue line. Knock that down. Keep it in play for Avon Grove.
Schillinger along the boards. AG was able to keep it in there. Oscar will make an attempt to the middle, gets it to Mott. Mott's got one in front of him. That one keeps him wide, gets it over. Big hit there on Slowick. He went sliding into the corner. Thompson from the far side got a shot in on net. Mott steps around one, comes the middle, but he gets that knocked off of his stick.
Again, Thompson. Nice play.
And the return favor. Kennedy with the shot put right in front. Mott had him squared up and makes the save.
Yeah, again, that's not the combo. I do not want to see Kennedy and Thompson. They work very well together. Thompson's got a lot of hustle in his game too.
Fisher wins that back. There was nobody in that corner. DeWitt gets knocked down. Fortunately, he had some space because he kind of went head first towards the boards.
A little awkward the way he went down.
Battle in the front. Shot there goes wide.
He got his revenge. He gave Kennedy quite a shot.
Kennett crowd likes the physical stuff, as most hockey fans do.
This is true.
Puck up to the blue line. Shot there through traffic, but Mott again spots that, and he'll hang on.
Avon Grove doing a good job of creating some traffic in front of the net, moving around. They are constantly getting someone open. So you just hope that they don't get the puck to them.
Yeah, that was probably their best shift so far. I mean, they've had plenty of opportunities, but that was a real concerted effort. Along the boards, Kennett will move out. They've got numbers if they move. Into the zone, nice stick check. Avon Grove will go the other direction. Right to the middle. Thompson had a shot, but that was forced wide. Finicum, big shot there.
Shot.
That
Yep.
was.
And Ryan wisely headed right to the net. That's exactly the spot. He has been very efficient in front of the net. He's a big boy, hard to move. And, if Mott doesn't swallow that up, I think Wisely puts that in. You got to watch out for him.
So face off in the Kennett end. Bounces towards the middle. Stoltzfus will roll it down from the corner. Wisely behind. He'll send it the other direction. Finicum sent it up, but that split everybody and goes the length of the ice. Campanelli drops it back off for Stoltzfus. And he'll head up, was looking for Malarkey off his stick and in. Aiden Mott's there, and he'll use the glass and get it up to his brother. Lucas will just bank one in. Nice touch to get that in and not have that called as icing.
Stern's doing a good job on, I believe that's Henry. Tying him up.
Larkey comes in, looks to center it, goes through, nobody home. Savory along the boards. He'll move it to the line. It's poked in, but that's offsides. All right.
Yep.
I saw it, but we're right on the blue line. I wasn't sure if the ref would.
And the ref, because he was not in a great spot to make that call. He was deep in the zone, but he was, good call. Good call by the ref there.
Paying attention.
Yeah, you got to, for as much as we give refs grief, you got to give a tip of the cap on the good calls too.
You know, that's the thing is, as much time as I've spent in this game, I don't think we really give the refs a hard time. At least not up here.
No, not up here. I may, from time to time, when I'm coaching, just, have a conversation.
Of course. Shot deflected into the glass behind. Savory to it. Chops it ahead. Kennett, 2-on-1. Fed over, gets it to Neiman. Tries to make the move, but ran out of real estate. Showers has to spin around, kept it in the zone. Mott worked on along the boards. Up to the line and then out.
Mott was solo, 3-on-1 there.
So Zales will deflect it up, looking for Mott. He had to shake Stearns off of him. The two of them will work for it. Mott able to keep it in somehow. Dance along the zone, down low, shot,
boy.
And
there's Slowick's first goal. We talked about the younger kids stepping up. There's Slowick bearing just a great shot.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he had much of an angle, but did he get that top shelf right over the glove. Nice goal. What a pass. First of all, great job by Mott to keep it in, and then he feeds Slowick. Slowick goes top shelf. What a goal.
as they pass that puck over.
Did they get the puck?
Yep.
Good, good. I love seeing that. I love when the guy gets their first, they get that first puck. I still, nope, I don't have mine anymore. I fell in tough times. I sold it on eBay for 37 cents.
Man. Puck worked on there. Henry at the blue line moves it out to the center. Puck the other direction, bounces in the air. Showers will race over to it. Fanned on the first attempt out, but second one gets it to Oscar. Up along the boards. Gooch is able to keep that in. That one actually snuck by Mott. Gooch again tries to get the shot, but that one's deflected. Sits in the slot. AG picks it up. Centers it back into traffic. Nobody able to really get a second opportunity there. Kennett tries to move out, but nothing. Kennedy circles back all the way across again for Gooch. That one drifted behind him. From the corner. Fisher lost it behind him. Tried to stay with it. Thompson comes over, and the two of them will work in the corner. Up to the line, kept in. Drifted down low.
Kennedy with the extra shot there at the right as the whistle went. So I guess, you know, we played to the whistle, but yeah, they're swarming. I mean, you know, we're looking at 10 shots to 6, kind of a common theme with Kennett.
Yeah.
We gotta, you know, it'd be nice to really kind of limit those shots. But in Mott we trust, right?
Without doubt. Kennett the other direction. Comes in, big shot by Mott.
There it is.
Wow.
Yep.
Mott from the blue line makes it 4-0 as we approach the 2 minutes left here in the first period.
The student section is having a blast today. And you know, so are the players. The players are having a good time. Going over, celebrating with their classmates. You know, it's a good time for Kennett. It's good to be a high school kid, isn't it? There we go.
Puck in the neutral zone, Mott to it. Drifts off of his stick down low, but he's the first one to it behind the net. Bounces to the far boards. AG's there, and they'll move it out. In the middle, they're looking for Malarkey, but bounce the other direction. Campanelli with speed, cuts through a few, gets down low, gets an edge, loses it. I think that would have been a trip the other direction, so at least they're calling it equally.
They are.
No calls either direction.
Yep.
Puck up to the line. Stearns is able to keep that in. Campanelli tries to dance around Fisher. Nothing happening there. Ben will bank it off the boards. That gets by Stearns, so AG needs to come out. Saver from center ice. He'll circle back into his own zone as he looks to get some space.
Oh, boy.
Turnaround, turnover. Campanelli jumps on it, takes the shot. Mott with a shoulder save as it goes up into the glass. Tamman, I think he was our injured player last week, or at least on the bench, out of uniform. So it's good to see him back on the team.
Him back on the ice. Absolutely. He's a fan favorite.
Work along the boards. DeWitt brings that up to the line with a little help from a deflection. It's forced down. We're under a minute to play here. I know my clock's a little off. UG banks it ahead. That one's cut off by Ben Fisher. He'll line up, looking to take the shot. Stearns is able to block that. Bounced up to the line. Schillinger is able to keep that in, at least momentarily. Avongrove moves it out. Fisher, good read, gets it to the line, and he'll just direct in and head off on a change. In the corner, Stearns cuts around one, gets to his blue line, will bank it ahead. He's looking for Brennan. Bounce to the near corner. Schillinger to it. He'll backhand to Mott. He's got a little AG work there. Shot gets through. Aiden makes the save. Savory with a good stick to move it to center ice as the buzzer sounds, ending this first period. So 17 minutes done in this one, and Kennett with a 4-0 lead over Avon Grove. Shots after 1 period of play. Avon Grove with more shots than Kennett at 12. Kennett with 7.
They are letting it rip, and they are doing a good job of creating some movement down low. And they are having they've got a guy waiting, but Mott is eating up those rebounds.
Little early serenade from the Kennett faithful. So we'll step aside for a minute and be back with second period in just a moment. Here we are back, a second period about to begin. This being the period of the long change, they switch sides, which unfortunately for Jacob Calabretta, that means he is point blank from the Kennett faithful.
Yeah, and they're letting him know too. You know, we know a lot of these kids. Someone I'm surprised that I don't see out there today is Owen Bajarski. He's a good little player, and I don't see him on the bench today. So I would love to see him crack that lineup, actually. See him out there. He brings a lot of hustle to the game.
Oscar plows into one. I think he took the worst of it, though, as he headed to the ice, but
He doesn't care.
Oh, no.
No. Oscar does not care. He plays the game the hard way.
Whistles, we get our first stoppage here in this second period. Face-off will be down in the Kennett end. Battle for it after the face-off, heads to the boards. Chopped around there, and Kennett's able to move it out to center ice. Back to the middle. Ryder Thompson will wrap one in. Mott out of his net to play it back to the corner. Up to the point. Campanelli tried to get it, but that's deflected. Mott comes in. Mott all the way across. Spin around by Henry.
Oh, my goodness.
Tried to get it back to Mott, but just out of his reach, and he had a ton of empty net to look at.
That was an awesome pass.
Back the other direction, shot there. I think that hit his skate before it went wide. Gio send it all the way to the other corner. Bounced up the boards, but kept in. Down low, Mott from behind the net. He'll redirect around and chase it himself. Mott tried to step around Thompson at center ice, but he at least got a piece of the puck. They'll go back and forth, but it's finally swatted deep into the Kennett end. Showers moves it out to the middle. They'll work for it at the Kennett line. Bounced off the glass and out. Stearns retreats back into his end, tried to get it over to Austin. Back over to Noah Raymond. They'll go back and forth at the AG blue line, but it's Campanelli who'll direct it up to the middle. Got caught up in the skates of Malarkey, but he spotted it just in time to put it in the Kennett end. Work along the boards. Push down.
Just manhandled him on that one. What a bully. What a bully. He learned that from Mike Bajarski. Moss has come up under the fine tutelage of that gentleman.
Campanelli tried to line up Fisher, but Fisher really just kind of stood there as he looked down at Campanelli on the ice and was like, oh, was that meant for me? So Showers, he gets checked hard along the boards behind.
Big hit, and that was from behind. And he's going out. That's a roughing. Yeah, he's going to give him a roughing call here.
And so the first power play goes to Kennett.
You know, good opportunity here to really take the air out of the sails maybe. You know, if they can get a quick one in there, a 5-goal lead early into the second. When you're on that other side of that, it's demoralizing.
So at the 14-minute mark here in the second period, Ryder Thompson will have a seat. 2 minutes for roughing. Referee's over there to explain the infraction. And only because it's fun, you know, I can say that I'm not surprised that it was a Thompson that took the first penalty.
Listen, Moss has played with both of them, or no, just Ryder, and I love the way he plays. I really do. You know, it's that fine line on being on the edge. Unfortunately, sometimes when you go over, you pay for it by getting into the penalty box. But I do love a physical player for sure, and he, despite his, you know, he's not the biggest kid out there, but he plays with some serious heart.
Well, that and there was, big opportunity there, and there's the power play goal.
And that is 2 now, so you got Fisher and Mott both looking for the Hatties. Officially, the race is on. Who's going to get it first? Will they get it? I don't see any movement on the Avon Grove bench for any type of warm-up because Jacob's having a rough go right now. These are high-quality chances. These kids know how to score. You know, sometimes it's just a rough one.
So just before Kennett scored their power play goal, I was just saying that, you know, I've known the Thompson family a long time, and it's just having a lot of fun because I know that they will come and make comments because I think they have family who are listening. So
of course, yeah, it's a small community.
Yes, indeed,
small community.
There he is out to the middle. Sarah Zally's with it. Ryder Thompson all over the back of him. Putting that
big hit.
Ryan Wisely, who put Oscar down on the ice.
Ryan's a big boy.
To the crowd pleasement of those from the AG group.
Yeah.
Puck into the Kennett end. That one catches air and gets the netting behind, so we'll get a whistle.
You know, Kennett's coming up pretty fired up. I don't know if you know this, but on the old social media, there were some hijacked pictures from the Avon Grove side where they photoshopped their heads on some of the players' dates for the recent homecoming. So that's a bold move, and I think the guys that, you know, the Kennett side's pretty fired up about it. Yeah, little birdie told me about that one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Shot in, second opportunity. Mott makes the initial save. There's another shot down low, and he makes all that's necessary to keep the goose egg on the board. That one cleared out from the wrong side of the red line, so icing is called, and they'll bring that back down to the Kennett end.
Yeah, you know, half the stuff I send my kids, like I'll share something with the kids, they'll look back at me or text back, "Dad, that was AI." And I was like, no. I saw the alien. He came down. He introduced himself. It's got to be real. I saw it on the internet.
Shot off the face-off in on Aiden. He makes that save. And I'll try another face-off down low in the Kennett end. I've had my fair share of fun with AI artwork.
I am not surprised in the least.
Back up to the blue line and kept in. Thompson down low, gets it up to the line to Stearns. That one bounces just wide of the net. Avon Grove buzzing on this shift once again. Back to Stearns, shot there is blocked. It'll roll up, but still kept in the zone. Kennett needs a clear.
Yeah, they do a good job of cycling the puck.
Big hit up high there. I think that was on slow.
Good tip. Wow.
Yeah. Up to the line. Austin gets worked and gets by him. Savory's got some open space. Racing over with Stearns, and he does a great job to nullify his opportunity.
Big job. Great job by Stearns. Oh, some hits are being thrown. It's starting to get spicy, as they say.
Yes, Mott with it. He'll take the shot. That one's deflected wide. Avery will push it up to the corner. They took it, and it ends up getting pushed in. So game gets chippy.
I'm not sure if that was Savory or Mott. I can't tell.
And I don't know if this will really show us much. There's the shot that went wide. They move it up.
I think it was Savory. Savory's got that one. We'll hear it in the announcement here.
So 11 minutes remaining in this second period, and Kennett with a commanding 6-0 lead over Avon Grove. Battle for it in the middle. Fisher worked on, and AG keeps it. Big shot there from Ethan Chandler, but that one went up and over the net. Puck flipped up to the board, stays in play. Mellon racing back to it. Avon Grove there gets cut off in the middle. Fisher along the boards. He'll just glove it down to himself. He's got Oscar there with him, but puck's forced out to the middle.
Oscar took a shot to the face by Campanelli. They're
talking about it.
I think they're chatting. Yep, making friends. Just guys making friends. That's what hockey is.
Kennett banks it out all the way down. Icing's waved off. Gooch to it. He'll roll it around. Kennett's making some player changes. Tinney in there along the boards. He's got there. Brown working with him. Fisher, he'll just tuck it down low. Avon Grove will wind it down to the near side. Wisely there. He'll try the other direction. Finnick moves it out to the middle. Thompson, it's the center, but DeWitt will cut that off and send it back out to the middle. AG from their end. Over to Mellon, got by him. Thompson picks up the loose puck. That one gets knocked away from his stick, and Kennett will go the other direction. Mott, he'll bank it in and chase it down himself in the corner. Spencer beats him to it, but they come together. Behind the net, back the other direction. AG up to the line, but DeWitt's able to keep it in. Spencer will circle back behind. To the line, but DeWitt keeps it in once again.
Yeah, DeWitt doing a great job on the blue line there.
Third time was the charm. Showers to Mott. Mott check, but still with it. In the zone. Mott from top of the circle makes the first move, gets the shot.
Great save. Great save by Calabretta.
Second opportunity, though. That one's barred down and in.
That was the definition, bar down.
Wow.
Oh, and he's holding up the four fingers. That's his fourth goal tonight. Calabretta looking to talk to the ref there, but the ref skated away. I'm not sure if it was an equipment thing or not. What a shot. I mean, an absolute rocket, bar down. That's what they all watch YouTube for. Actually, who am I kidding? It's Instagram and TikTok now. Hey, their MySpace accounts are rocking right about now.
They don't even know what that is.
No, not a clue.
Well, YouTube's not completely gone because they're watching
No,
this.
this is YouTube wasn't the
It's just not the default.
yeah, it's not their default.
Puck to the blue line. Kennett will head back to get some space. Over to Cardello.
I mean,
Turns it off over in the middle.
that was right up the middle. We call that a pizza. Pizza right up the middle. Luckily, it didn't turn into anything.
They still work along the boards.
And Oscar's getting acquainted with yet another player.
Fisher comes in. That's checked away from him. Neiman tried to get it over to Savory. He'll just chase it down. Now gets it to him. Savory puts it right through the blue paint, but nobody there. So Rosales at the blue line. Got it to Fisher. Got checked away from him, but Oscar keeps it in the zone and rolls it down low. Spencer to Campanelli. Nice feed to the middle. Larkey takes the shot. That one gets deflected up and out of play, and we get a whistle.
Yep, Sillinger with a good stick. Deflects the puck out of play. That's he's just a solid defenseman. Great positionally.
So I don't know if you're a horror fan, but I will highly recommend the Welcome to Deary show.
Okay.
Currently on HBO Max. And then, of course, if you do watch it,
Yeah.
come on over to the Geeks, well, just like this on YouTube.
Yeah.
And
Break it down?
We break it down.
Oh, boy.
And it's a lot of fun. Especially because if you're a fan, there's a lot of kind of cross-pollination within the Stephen King universe.
Okay. Well, as a former bedwetter, I don't know that I need to watch these things because that just, I don't know, creeps me out.
It's good stuff.
That's former with an asterisk.
Yeah. Thank you for making sure we're all good with that.
Where's the dump button? I don't want that one back.
Austin skates around a few, gains the zone, top of the circle, left it there, shot! I think he actually had Mott fooled, but it ends up going wide. EG again with a good cycle, tries to get it through the crowd, but stopped there. AG picks it up at center ice, and they'll go right back into the Kennett zone. Kennedy got checked off of that play, but stayed with it. Over to Austin. Austin looking for some space, but kick save by Mott. Austin with it once again. Behind the net, directed out in front.
Oh, boy. What an effort by Kennett.
Yeah.
We got away with one there. That was a big hook.
Yeah.
Got away with one there.
Up to the line. Seems like Austin's got the puck on a string at the moment. All the way to the other
Oh,
side.
my
Once
goodness.
again, they had the back door open. No coverage.
I mean, tic-tac-toe. Tic-tac-toe right there. Great
Yeah.
plays. We dodged a bullet. Kennett's dodging bullets.
Bodies go down as it hits the blue line. Tinney's there to it. Slowick gets by him and Showers in the other direction. Not the last man back, but if you're going to have one back, that's the one you want.
Yeah, agreed.
Puck.
You know what? Get an ice. Slow it down a little bit. Kind of regroup and tighten up again. The last thing you want to do, even with, I get it. It's a 7-goal cushion. But these are the habits. This is where you build your good habits.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because they're going to face harder and harder competition. And if they really want to make a run towards the end of the year here, they got to get into some of those better habits for sure.
Yeah, and that defensive coverage we talked about is definitely one of them.
Yeah. That's a big challenge for a coach. You know, your team's up 7-0, and they can get away with some plays that normally they wouldn't.
Well, not all three of the previous games were 7-0, and
No.
they were still leaving that back door wide.
Wide open. Yeah, exactly.
Bouncing to the middle, turnaround shot by Henry, and he gets shoulder to the ice for his effort.
Yeah, he earned that one.
Fisher has his pocket picked. G will head up ice. Thompson gets it right back to himself. Cuts
Whoa.
in. Mott with a huge save and a second opportunity from a bad angle, but man.
What an effort by Thompson.
Yes. Only thing that prevented a goal was the effort between the pipes for Kennett.
Yeah.
In the near side corner, they put it to the middle. Puck bouncing in the air. Kennett deflect up the line. Almost kept in by Gooch, but forced out. So they needed to touch up. DeWitt cycled it back behind, but AG quickly there. Kennett's finally able to gather the loose puck, and Fisher will skate out. Fisher gains the blue line, puts on the brakes. Nothing working, so he'll just roll it down low. Stoltzfus, nice move at the blue line. Ended up rolling to Campanelli. He'll feed it back, and it comes to him once again in the corner. Rolled behind the net. Digging for it, but it's Mott who comes away with it. He'll roll one out. I think he was looking to get that to Fisher, but rolled on edge, and Spencer's first one to it. Puck in the middle. Thompson racing in. Cuts to the middle. Oh, he's got some wheels on him.
Sure does.
Mott the other direction. He's got Savory with him. Ran out of real estate and was covered all the way in. Puck battled in the corner. Austin moves out. Good feed over to Thompson.
Great back check too. I mean, he plays both ways, that's for sure.
Thompson tried to center that, but that was deflected and finally bounces back out through center ice. Stearns to it, and Slowick tracks him down.
Stearns making a run here.
Stearns will go all the way up to the blue line, tries to bank it in. Looks like it took a weird bounce. And Kennett gathers up in the corner. They'll float one down. That will get by everybody, but must have touched someone at center ice because they wave off icing. Roll along the boards all the way.
Boy, Wisely's got a good opportunity here.
Showers and Sarazelli's just try and cut the angle off and do just that. Oscar from behind the net. Not sure what that went off of, but AG tries to wrap around. Mott's there to prevent that. Along the boards. Brown will direct out through center ice. Austin, his blue line, will bank it ahead. Kennedy gets put along the boards.
Ooh. Kennedy tried to come in hot, but Oscar was ready.
Yep, he saw it coming.
Yeah.
Big shot there from Thompson. High riser. Mott fights off, and it goes out of play.
Yeah, the Thompson boys, they can shoot the puck too.
So we're just over a minute to go here in this second period. Kennett with a commanding 7-0 lead. Little George Thorogood. DeWitt will
Love
roll
George
it around.
Thorogood. Classic rock and roll is what that is.
Yes, indeed.
They don't make it like that anymore.
AG tries to bounce it right into the slot. Off of skates and sticks, and it's finally Kennett that moves it out to center ice. Gooch turned around, but he's able to get it right back to his crew as they gain the Kennett zone, but forced out. Mott up to Tinney. Tinney gains the blue line. He'll go wide.
Oh.
Out of space, but still stays with the play.
Nice little move there by Tinney. It's hard to believe he's a freshman. I mean, he's so big.
Mott down low. He'll shield it in the corner. Try to get it back to Tinney. DeWitt races over for it. DeWitt from the blue line gets the shot in. Sits there. Second opportunity for Fisher, but he got checked before he could really get the shot off.
Yeah, the eyes got big. He's got that hat trick in mind.
Puck in the corner as the final few seconds will tick away. That one gets by and out to the middle. Finicum was looking to do something, but runs out of time before this period ends.
Yeah.
So 2 periods now complete. After that, Avon Grove with a total of 18 shots. Kennett with a total of 12 shots, but Of those 12, 7 of them found the back of the net. So
that's what counts at the end of the day.
Yes, indeed. So we'll take a quick break and be back with third period action in just a moment. So 17 more minutes left in this Friday night game between Kennett Square Blue Demons and the Avon Grove Red Devils. A lot of devils and demons going on in this one.
Yeah, what's going on, man? This is like the occult.
Puck is down and this final third period is underway. Puck directed in behind. Aiden will come out and play it along the glass, but Austin's able to knock it down and get it to the middle.
And, yep, Oscar's going to go away for that one.
So cross-checking is the call on Oscar. And Kennett will be short for the next 2 minutes, short of the puck getting past Aiden Mott.
Yep. Yep. Well, he plays an aggressive game. It's going to happen. But he wasn't going to let him get to the net, that's for sure.
Nope. So man advantage for Avon Grove here early in this third period. Puck down low, gets to it. He'll roll it up. Mott gets it to, Fisher gets it to Mott, and Mott will skate it the length of the ice. Mott barrels his way through all of them and stays with the play. He'll just roll it back around. And
yeah, the clock has been stuck. They finally started it. Yep, yep.
So Avon Grove picks up an extra 10, 12 seconds of power play.
At least. Now, I can't remember. They do a running clock at the high school level.
I believe so, but I think, well.
Is it 8? It might be 8.
I thought it was 10, but I also.
Okay.
I almost wonder. I have to check the rules. There's actually a point to where, you know, it's kind of, they just call the game.
They call it the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
But obviously it's not something we really ever see, so.
No. No, I got to be honest. I thought this would have been a little bit tighter. I mean, kudos to Aiden doing a good job on the Kennett side.
So actually looking, because I started our clock when they dropped the puck.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, they picked up about 23, 24 extra seconds of power play. Kennedy, big shot. Mott's right there to make the save. Forced behind. AG gets it back up to the line. They'll take the shot there. Gets through traffic. Mott with the save. Showers will roll it to the boards in the corner. But Avon Grove still in possession. Fisher with a good chance to clear it, and with some help from Mott, he does. Fisher racing to get to it. He's got Mott with some open space. Oh, and a great stick check there, because otherwise Kennett was looking at the shorthanded goal.
Yeah, and he had him too, but just a good stick check right at the end, last minute there, last second.
So final few seconds. Oscar waiting at the boards to jump back on. As it ticks away, Kennett successfully killed off the Avon Grove power play. So as we can hear from the fans, they're letting the players know that we are back to five-a-side hockey.
Stoltzfus coming in hot.
Making some moves, gets down low.
Yep.
Looks to go up to the point. That shot gets redirected, but stays wide of the net. Battle for it in the corner in front of the Kennett faithful. And
no call on either side. Hey, you know what? They're letting him play. Moss gave him a shot, and he returned the favor.
So Tinney in the corner. Mott will just, Hayden will pick it up, and he'll clear it himself.
You know, if ever there's anybody that could get the goalie goal, I think there's no doubt in my mind that he could do it.
Yes, indeed. Thompson, big shot there.
Great poke check. Great poke check.
Kept in at the lawn. Campanelli, he'll take one through traffic. Mott directs that up into the glass. Took a weird bounce behind the net.
Sure did.
And they'll dig for it there. Savory has that knocked away from him to the middle, but Showers on it, and he'll skate it out. Showers gains center ice and just wraps it in. Takes a bounce right out in front. Calabretto's protecting for something happening, but his team was in good possession to prevent that. With speed, Mellon all the way down, cuts to the middle, has some open space, takes the shot, but Mott there to make the save once again.
Blocker side, nice save.
Puck rolls behind the net. DeWitt got shouldered, but stays with the play, at least momentarily. Turnaround shot there by Ash. Bodies flying around all over the place.
They sure are.
Finally, Kennett gets the loose puck. They'll send to the length of the ice, but that'll be icing.
That's a lot of hustle on that Avon Grove line there. You got Thompson, and I believe who else was giving him grief out there? Gooch. That was just a good high energy line. But Kennett's answering.
So it's one of those fine lines. I'm fine with letting them play, keeping it square, but I always get concerned when the game score gets a little lopsided. That as long as they keep it from anybody getting hurt.
Yeah, bingo. Yeah, exactly.
Because I think we've seen that happen a few times, too many, where
you know,
some refs call it tight, and other ones are just let them go, and then it gets crazy.
Yeah, and the refs have a tough job. They got to figure out that balancing act.
And they get such support from the fans.
Always.
Nice stick there from DeWitt.
Just steady. Austin playing a steady game.
Helped over to Stearns. Stearns surveys, tries to put one. It was headed wide, but Aiden will just come out and glove that and melt it down.
Yeah, I think that was more of a shot pass. He saw Kennedy down low, but Aiden wasn't having it.
Face off down in the Kennett end. 12:50 to go in this third period. Kennett still with the 7-0 lead. Austin gathers up at center ice, sends it all the way across to Finicum. He'll skate it back and look for some open ice. Over to Stearns. Stearns will go all the way to the other side of the ice, and AG goes in offsides, so that face-off will come out to the neutral zone.
Oscar had his eyes were big on that one. He had him lined up. I was actually a little worried he was still going to follow through even after the whistle. Sometimes you don't hear it.
Ghostbusters?
Oh, yeah. Yep. No, that was on a new drug.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
There's this
it's very similar.
Tune.
Yeah.
I've never thought of it until
then.
All right. So checked in.
Little Huey Lewis in the news.
Wesley will get it to the line, but nice stick check there by Oscar. This time they'll put it in towards the net. Mott will set it down. Oscar sends it all the way up, and Slowick picks it up in front of his own bench. Tried to send it over to Tamman, but that one gets cut off.
Here comes Stutzfuss again.
Gets by one. Checked at the last minute. Puck was drifting into some open space, but Mott spots that, and he'll cover up. Yeah, I was getting concerned there. I'm like, wait, we're coming up on Thanksgiving, right? Because we've got Devils and Demons, and I thought they were playing Ghostbusters, and I'm talking about Welcome to Deary. I'm like,
yeah.
very Halloween feel, but
Yep.
nope, incorrect.
Doesn't happen often.
All the time. Puck lifted high in the air. That goes all the way down. Will go wide of the net, so icing called against Kennett.
Tip of the cap to Go Green the other day. Once again, fantastic job. Washed my car, did the fancy one, got the wax on there, the tire, everything looks great.
Well, thank you.
And then the free vacuum.
Yes.
Can't beat that.
Puck put right out in front. Dangerous plays, bouncing off the skates. Thompson turnaround shot ends up going in the back of the net.
You know, listen. It was a matter of time. The way that line has been swarming, there's just so many opportunities. So I'm not surprised that they got one behind. But it was through, they've been working their butt off the whole game.
So AG gets one here. Just a little over 10 minutes to go in this third period. Puck deflected in on net. Mott's there. Avon Grove still buzzing, and they're looking for more.
They sure are, yeah. And that's off.
That comes off its moorings, so they'll whistle that play dead. This is where, I recognize that, yes, we are a Kennett broadcast, so we definitely have our favorite team in this.
Sure.
We try to keep it as middle of the road as possible, but I couldn't help but laugh that after the goal, a handful of the Avon Grove fans were kind of looking up towards the Kennett direction, and I'm like,
yeah.
The scoreboard still's lopsided.
Yeah,
so let's relax.
I'm not sure I'm even bragging a whole lot.
Nice work around by Mott. He's looking to get that over to Henry, but AG says otherwise. From center ice, Larkey skates by Mott, gets down low. Cardillo cuts him off, and Mott picks up the loose puck. Tried to feed that ahead, deflected, but Fisher's there with it. Fisher's checked at the blue line. Surprised they still made it in on the sides. Dig for it there, does squirt out to center ice.
Oh, that was big elbow.
Yeah, Oscar got the first hit, and they didn't like it, so they came right back at him. So they were going to trade blows.
A little gesture by Campanelli there towards his butt.
Puck in the zone. Nice feed to Campanelli in the middle. He really didn't have much of a lane to shoot at. Kennett deflects it, and they'll skate out. The other direction. Mott got by, but couldn't stay with the handle on the puck, and EG will send it the other direction. Fisher from his own zone. He'll circle back, get something else better to look at. Feeds it to Mott at center ice. Mott's got Thompson to deal with. Puck rolls through. Tamman and Showers come together to help keep it in. Mott tries to feed it through, gets it over. Oh, got it to Showers, and Calabretto with the save. Back to Mott, turnaround shot got checked, so really not much on that. Gooch in the corner will roll it up in front of his bench, out to the middle. Kennett deflect it back in. Comes out to center ice once again. Back and forth they go. Finicum will feed that back down low into his end. Austin.
Calabretto giving him the business there. Almost looked like a fiddler crab.
Thompson comes in, takes the shot, and Thompson with a nice move to get his team another one.
And that's that line. Well, no, not the whole line, but that's, we've been saying Thompson quite a few times this game, so doesn't surprise me that he's able to bury one.
Yeah, he did another nice move, something we've seen several times, using the defenseman as a screen.
Yep. Good shot. Mott is a master at it.
Fisher deflects one towards the middle, but Avon Grove gathers up and they'll move out. Austin tries to get that to the middle, but Mott's able to pick up the loose puck and skate out. Mott gets checked off the play, but they end up going in offsides.
The Avon Grove coaching staff, I'm sure that they said something to the effect, or I would imagine, win the period.
Yeah.
It starts with 1.
And
so
now it's 2.
Right now it's 2-0. If you look at it from that standpoint, that and you build on it, right? Whether they can finish it, that's one thing, but you build on it for later on in the season. Because it is still very early, with this being only the 4th game. And only their 3rd, I believe.
This is their 4th.
No, this is their 4th as well. Yep. I have trouble with the numbers. It's one after the other, apparently.
Kennedy with speed. Forced into the corner, he sidesteps a check.
See, and there you go. They got somebody right in front of the net again. Luckily, it didn't get over.
Lots of back and forth check trading.
Yeah,
out the center.
It's building up right now. There's a lot of heat happening.
Puck moved into the Kennett end, but gets caught up in the snow, so slowed down. Grove is looking to get that over to Austin. He'll skate to it. Just wind that back down low.
Nice job by Schillinger.
Yeah, absolutely. Comes right back to him. Schillinger from behind the net.
Ooh.
Tried to drop that off, but kept in. Kennett will finally bounce it off the boards, and it'll roll down into the Avon Grove end. Again, 3rd period ice. Puck doesn't move quite as well as it once did. Avon Grove tried to hit someone in the middle, missed that. Cardillo will bank it ahead looking for Mott, but couldn't settle the bouncing puck. Rolling in, Mott kind of led up. I think he definitely could have caused some damage there. Neiman with a big shot. Second opportunity as it drops down low, but Calabretta will cover up and take the whistle.
I like when Neiman shoots the puck. He can let it go. He's got a pretty accurate shot. That I had the pleasure of coaching him last year, and I'd see what he could do in practice. I think a lot of times, though, he's a pass-first guy, so it's good to see him throw one on the net.
So 5.5 to go in this game. Kennett holding on to their now 7-2 lead. Puck rolled right through the blue paint. Nobody able to get a stick on that. Cardillo, the opposite direction. It bounces. Almost got a good lucky deflection in, but ends up staying wide. Puck rolled out to the middle. Cardillo will jump on the loose puck. Over in front of his bench. Neiman back to Cardillo. Bank it ahead, was looking for Savory, but that ended up behind him. Oscar to it from center ice. Oscar skates in, gets around one in the corner. Stays with the play, tried to feed it, goes right out in front. They battle for it. Calabretta with a good work to keep it out of the net. Malarkey in the Kennett end. Gets ridden off the play. Comes back to the puck in the corner. It's double teamed back there. Campanelli tries to make the move. Bouncing puck, ends up with Brown, and he'll take it out. Brown gets checked from behind. Avon Grove looks to go the other direction, but again, the puck getting caught up in several piles of snow now.
There's a lot out there. Where are the skaters? Like the Flyers games.
Puck at center ice. Mellon goes across ice and gets help putting it deep into the Kennett zone. Mott will come out. He'll just use the glass and get it up to the blue line, but not out. Knocked away from Thompson. Puck batted at. Showers finally gets it up to the line. It was out, but I think only we saw that. Avon Grove steps around one, rolls right into the middle. Mott's right there. He's just got it underneath of him and
Eats
hold
that
tight
one.
for the whistle.
Yep. Eat that one up. 3-3-3. So is that half as evil? Just maybe slightly devious, mischievous perhaps?
Yeah.
Okay. Or really good?
No, that's the sevens.
Ah. Okay.
Nice win off the faceoff.
Oh.
Deflected in on Mott.
Paying attention. That's a good thing.
It's a good face-off opportunity for Avon Grove, and they'll get another opportunity to try that again.
Kennett faithful still here in numbers, which is nice to see. Dwindling numbers on the Avon Grove side.
Mott tries to come all the way around, ends up going up out of play. So Kennett with an opportunity for an offensive zone draw.
Little Sandman.
Yeah, that's one of those songs that I always want to just turn up as loud as I can.
It's a classic. Definitely gets you fired up.
That and a number of AC/DC songs.
Oh yeah, for sure. You gonna catch them on tour?
I didn't even know.
They're going on tour, bud.
Nice
Oh!
opportunity, feed across, but ends up getting tipped wide.
Oh,
Referee was going to let them head up ice because the net came off, but then once it turned around, he blew it dead.
huh. Okay. You don't want to see Angus do his one-legged hop?
Oh, heck yeah. Puck to the middle, deflected, ends up going wide and behind the net. They'll battle for it back there. Everything bouncing around. Puck ends up in front. They still dig for it.
A lot of chaos right now. Holy cow.
Mott in possession. He'll send it all the way out. Henry with a chance. He'll turn around, shot, put it in on net. Calabretta made the initial save. AG will go the other direction. Into the Kennett zone. Cardillo got a stick on it, comes over. Henry will dig it out of his skates. Back to Cardillo. He'll bank it off the boards, and it'll make its way out to the middle. Mott moves it into the zone. Fisher's there for it. Fisher tries to cut to the middle, but kept away from that play. As Avon Grove moves it back out. Kennedy with a big move. Tries to take the shot, ends up going up and over the net. Puck up to the blue line. AG defenseman just got in time. Stoltzfus will take the shot. Gets deflected. And with I think it was a skate.
I don't know, but he was backdoor wide open.
Back door was open.
Oh, we talked about it. I really want to see them clean that up.
It's a shame it's on such a little screen here in front of us. Nope. That was a stick.
Oh, yeah, that was a good shot. A good pass,
deflection.
good deflection. And they're up 3-0 on this period. Again, that's, I think for their side of it, that's how they got to look at it.
Absolutely.
And I know that when we see them again, it will be a different game.
Oh.
They're gonna want to get some revenge.
Schillinger puts it deep in the AG zone. Players get pinned against the board behind the net.
Brown digging. That was Neiman coming out with it.
Battled in front. Ended up getting towards the net. Second opportunity gets deflected into the corner. You know, I used to like the days when We only had one player with a white helmet because I could just see the helmet and identify them, but now we have too many.
Too many.
DeWitt turn around to clear the zone as we tick down to our final minute of play in this third period. Puck drifts all the way down, and everybody just kind of watches it and waits for the whistle.
Yeah. Yeah. This is where sometimes you see refs kind of be like, well,
play it.
We're just going to go.
Yeah. Well, that and, I think they could have skated and got to that before across the line.
Yeah, that one was definitely a little, not a lot of effort to get that one, but can't say blame it, call them what they want. Now the offensive zone face-off for Avon Grove.
Puck in the corner, they'll battle for it behind. Showers will roll it, but AG there. Second opportunity, shot point blank range. Mott makes that save. Oscar rides his man into the boards. They'll roll it around near sides. Each turnaround shot hits a body. Taman's able to direct that out to center ice. Gooch makes a move with the blue line, and
I don't know how that happened. Yeah,
that's way offside.
Yeah.
I'm looking, and he's just looking at it like, nah, I'm done. Let's keep this game moving.
Yeah, 13 seconds to go.
Kennett
He's like, let's go.
Kennett deflects it down into the AG end. They'll battle for it right there in the neutral zone. Showers with it. Back to Taman, and he'll just direct it out as the buzzer sounds, ending this one. So game comes to an end. Kennett ends up on top by a score of 7-3 as they skate over to greet the Kennett faithful.
Yep, security asking them to leave immediately, not letting them celebrate. The no fun police.
So after 3 periods, Avon Grove with 30 shots to Kennett's 17.
Well, they kept them to under 30.
Yeah.
30 and under. That's a step in the right direction, considering.
As they come out for the handshake line. Always one of the nice things here in ice hockey.
I mean, let's be honest. Tomorrow, a lot of them would plan on the same team for their club team. They got games this weekend, so there'll be some I'm sure some taunting, a little bit of friendly taunting in the locker room, but a lot of friends here. You see a lot of guys right now shaking hands, hugging. That is, at the end of the day, game's over.
So join us here on Monday, November 17th at Ice Works. That's an 8:50 p.m. game as we take on Pencrest. That one should be a good one because I believe Pencrest is a very good team.
Yes.
So thank you all for watching tonight's Kennett broadcast, and we will see you on Monday.